How you doing? This is Melvin Brown. Welcome back to the Melvin Brown Experience. Today is not going to be a topic. Today is going to be another story time. So I remember a year ago, a female client decided to email me. Hey Melvin, I'm a big fan of your channel and everything. I've been watching you for years, and I was hoping, can I have a consultation with you? I said, sure, why not? So I calls her. Me and her has a consultation. So she telling me everything about herself and everything, what she want. So she wanted her boyfriend back. So I said, okay, cool. Give me the picture. Give me the picture and send me a picture and I'll do what I gotta do. All of a sudden, I see the picture of her boyfriend. I'm like, okay, he's a big guy. Man gotta be like 6'10", about 340, all muscle, big gut. So I wasn't surprised. I'm like, all right, cool. So out of nowhere, I did the work. I shipped out the package. I told her the ins and outs what to do. I said, all right, while you get this work done, do you have fun? You can have sex with anybody, but not your ex. She said, all right, cool. So all of a sudden, she waiting. All of a sudden, her target started giving in. Within probably, I think I'm gonna give it 8 months, target started giving in, talking about how much he miss her, how much he want to see her and everything. So he drives all the way from Atlanta to New York to go see her. So, I'm thinking the job is done. So, they out there, they going out on dates. He whining and dining her. They making great passion love. But all of a sudden, he had to go back to Atlanta. So she would call me, Melvin, look, I know your stuff is working, but I don't want him to live in Atlanta, Georgia no more. Is there anything you can do to make him move in with me? And I said, sure, there's plenty of things. I said, look, this is going to be on the house. I do this and I do that. 9 times out of 10, it's going to work. I don't know how it's going to work, but it's going to work. All of a sudden, let's just say a family member of his was like going through I think he was going through a divorce. I think one of his family members was going through a divorce at the time in New York. So he was obligated to go support his family member, but the divorce was so bad that the family member started about hurting himself. That's how bad the divorce was. So he came to New York for a few months trying to take care of one of his family members. The whole time, the spell is working. So all of a sudden, this is what happens. He goes to my client, tells her, look, I'm about to move to New York again. I don't want to live in Atlanta no more. I'm going to transfer my job down here. So she calls me. She tells me the news. Melvin. I'm like, what? He about to transfer his job to New York. I said, oh, that's good news. So I guess it's working. She said, yeah. I know. Oh my God. I know. It's working. I said, yeah. Congratulations. But you know how I go with the Melvin Brown story. It's always a fucking story time. It's always a coincidence or something that just pop up that I wasn't expecting. So he winds up moving to New York. Everything is peaches and cream, love and roses, lovey-dovey. They just doing them. But here's the catch. All of a sudden, his soon-to-be ex-wife wanted him to come back down to Atlanta because they had some things to talk about with the divorce process. So my client calls me. She telling me what's going on. I tell her, look, I'm going to do a quick reading. I'm going to figure it out. So during the reading, this was going on. His ex-wife, soon-to-be ex-wife, well, they ex-wife now, she didn't want to divorce him. So she was doing everything in her power trying to get to this man. But here's the catch. I did put spiritual protection on this man, so nothing could surpass. So what wound up happening? He went down there. That's all I can tell you. There was spiritual work involved with the ex-wife, but he had to go to Atlanta. He went down there. They wound up, I don't know what happened. I'm just going to say they wound up having makeup sex. Somehow, some way, the target started to shift for some reason. When I mean shift, like he was shifting back to his ex-wife. So my client was very devastated. So I started doing more divinations. My client was calling me crying, talking about, oh, I can't believe this. Oh, Melvin, what's going on? Hey, did you actually put protection on him? I said, yeah, I did. So all of a sudden, I started doing diagnosis candles. So I started doing diagnosis candles, and the way how the candle was burning, it was a lot of black markings on there. Not now black dots markings, not just with black mark. That don't mean negativity. Like I go by the formation of the candle. So it was indicating that she did use food to get to this man. Now you could be highly protected, but when somebody put spiritual work in food, that's a different type of beast. So I'm telling her, calm down, everything's gonna be okay. She's crying, she's getting upset. So I'm like, look, baby girl, I've been around this before. I'm pretty successful. When people put work on it, when you put spiritual work in the food, 9 times out of 10, I always bring them back. So you got nothing to worry about. So all of a sudden, he started hibernating in Atlanta, Georgia with his ex-wife. So she said, Melvin, is this something you can do? I said, yes, it's something I can do. It's something I can do. It's something I can do. She said, what we going to do? I said, I can't tell you what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it. So all of a sudden, I do this ritual for her target to wind up coming back to New York because he got things to do. And he will realize what's going on. But it's more to the story. It's a little deeper than I can't tell you no secret. So what wound up happening? It manifested. He winds up coming back to New York. All of a sudden, they back to business. Lovey-dovey for about 3 months. This is what the fuck happened. So, they wind up getting in a serious argument. The target wind up leaving her. So, I told her, just calm down, relax, he get it together. You just can't be starting shit just to be starting shit. You gotta do something different. She said, I understand, that's okay. So, months go by. She's still waiting. All of a sudden, one day, I think around 7 o'clock in the morning, I get a text message. I wake up to the shit. 911, Melvin, please answer me. Please answer me. I can't believe it. What the fuck is going on? Please answer me. I'm like, oh, come on, it's too early for this shit. So I'm just laying in the bed, just like, oh, boy, here we go. All of a sudden, this is what the fuck happens. She sent me pictures of her target and his new girlfriend. I knew at that moment, shit was about to get real. So I called my client 2 minutes later. I said, hello? Oh, Melvin, I can't believe this shit going on. Melvin, what's going on? I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, look, I don't know what's going on. You just gotta calm down. Everything's gonna be taken care of. No, I can't believe this shit. I love this motherfucker. He gonna do this shit to me. I told him I was sorry. You know, when she cussing, like, this shit is getting real. Like, she said, like, she partially possessed. Like, she's like, I can't believe this shit going on. I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna cut his dick off. I'm like, oh shit. So, I'm trying to calm her down. It took me an hour and 32 minutes to calm her the fuck down. 1 hour and 32 minutes to calm her down. And you better best believe it. It was crazy. So she calmed down. She started to relax. For that whole day, I wound up starting talking to her. And I was telling her more things that she needed to work on. So I said, in the meantime, while you all mad and everything, you need to get a list down. She said, why? I just said, shut the fuck up. Just get a list. Write 10 things you love about yourself. 10 things you hate about yourself. Write 10 things you want to change about yourself and 10 things you don't want to change about yourself and why. So she decided to come up with the list. She told me things that she wanted to change for herself. And I said, look, after reviewing the list, you need to work on yourself. How are you going to be ready for a target and you not changing yourself? So all of a sudden she started doing that. So I ain't hear from her for a few weeks. Things is getting better. Now, before, at the time, my client is a very beautiful woman. But at the time when I was taking her case, she was beautiful, but she looked really depressed. So all of a sudden, while she was taking care of herself, I could see a glow on her face. She was more happier. She was a higher vibration. So all of a sudden, everything's looking pretty good. I'm calling her, checking up on her weekly, making sure everything's okay. All of a sudden, she calls me. Melvin. I'm like, yo, what's up? Yo, you ain't gonna believe this. I'm like, what's up? all my exes is coming back. I'm like, all your exes coming back? Yeah. I mean, the exes that did me dirty. I'm like, all right, cool. It's working still. See, I told you the jar is still working. No, Melvin. Yeah, I know it's working, but no, I need to talk to them. I said, look, first of all, what the fuck I tell you? You can't talk to your exes? She said, no, fuck that, Melvin. These motherfuckers broke my motherfucking heart. I need some closure out of this shit. I said, all right, you can talk to your ex. Say what you want to say. She said, all right, watch this. She hung up the phone. I forgot all about it. I'm outside, minding my business, going shopping here and there. All of a sudden, go back home, watching TV, get a phone call. Hello? Melvin. I'm like, what's up? I'm on my way to my ex crib. I'm like, on your way to your ex crib? What's going on? No, we need to talk face to face. I'm like, all right, don't do nothing stupid. Remember I told you, do not fuck your targets. Do not fuck your exes. She said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So all of a sudden, hang up the phone, continue mind my business. A few hours later, she calls me again. Yo, Melvin, I need to talk to you. But the way how she was calling me on a low tone. Yo, Melvin, yo, what's up? What you doing? I'm like, yo, why you talking on a low tone? What the fuck is you doing? Nothing. Melvin, look, I'm in the bed right now. Yo, I'm tired of this shit right now. I'm like, you in the bed? You just got home that fast? Shit. No. I'm not sleeping in my ex bed tonight, yo. He in the shower right now. I'm about to give him some pussy. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck did I just tell you? You can have sex with anybody else, but you cannot have sex with your exes. So all of a sudden, that was the last thing I should have did. I should have never yelled at her and called and just snapped out because I'm really passionate about my craft. All of a sudden, soon I started saying that, all I heard was, who the fuck you think you talk to, nigga? I paid you, motherfucker. I paid you. I'm gonna do what the fuck I wanna do. And I say, yo, you know what? It's out of my hands at that motherfucking point. Do what the fuck you gotta do. Do what the fuck you gotta do. In the meantime, I hope you have fun and strap the fuck up, bitch. And I hung up the phone. You know, me and her, we real close, so that's how we talk to each other. So, all of a sudden, I ain't hear from her for like a day and a half. So she calls me. I'm like, hello? Yo, I just want to apologize for calling you and everything. Like, you understand, like, yo, you fucking up my work and everything. Like, you pay X amount of dollars. I want everything to be perfect. She's like, Melvin, I understand, though, but, yo, let me tell you something. I'm like, what happened? Melvin, this motherfucker tore my ass up last night. Melvin, this motherfucker told me the truth why he cheated. This motherfucker told me that he been struggling and suffering since I left him and everything. Then all of a sudden, he started thinking about me. I'm like, all right, cool. Melvin, I like this jar, but I'm gonna still fuck with my ex a little bit. I ain't taking them back, but I gotta get revenge on them. I'm like, you know what? It's out of my hands. She said, all right, I'm gonna call you back. So in my head, I'm like, the fuck is she doing? The fuck is wrong with her? Why is she doing this? What is wrong with her? Why does she want to cause so much chaos? Like she paid X amount of dollars to get somebody back, but she want to do opposite shit. So I'm like, yo, this is gonna be a story time in the get-go. So I just went in my fucking office, put her name on a piece of paper, got a thumbtack, got a thumbtack, put it on the wall and say, such and such, story time. Outcome to be determined. So I forgot all about it. So all of a sudden, I followed her on Instagram. My client living her life. She living the best life that she ever can do. Like, she out there partying, she out there going on vacation, she flying around. So I'm like, all right, cool. So nowhere, I think a couple weeks later, she calls me. Yo, Melvin. I'm like, what's up? Yo, my other ex, the ex I really love from high school, he trying to come back in the picture now. I'm like, all right, good news. All right, you got away with the first one. Don't do it again. She's like, no, Melvin. He trying to fly me down Los Angeles. I'm like, he trying to fly you down Los Angeles? She said, yeah. I said, all right. You gonna do it? She said, fuck yeah, it's Los Angeles, it's LA. So, you know, I thought she was bullshit, so my client started knowing her. She flew down there. She sent me a picture of the house that she was at, that her ex-boyfriend from high school paid for her. No, Airbnb that to her. So all of a sudden, she sent me a video. Now, as I'm doing the story time, y'all go see this video. Take a look. So this is the Airbnb that my client ex-boyfriend bought for her for the week. As you can see, it's two parts. One of the living room area and the other one is the bedroom section. But as you can see, this is a nice ass pool. A beautiful pool, beautiful view. Why the fuck I sound like a real estate? I don't know. Hollywood Hills, I believe. She's going up the steps as we can see. Yeah, nice view. As you can see, look. Beautiful bed. That's something you can fuck into, you know what I'm saying? Sleep real good. I don't know why they put books in Airbnb. Niggas don't read. Nice TV, nice set, nice view. It's a beautiful view. Like, this is a beautiful view. And, you know, nowhere, boom. Look at the bathroom. I don't know why they gotta look at a view in the bathroom. That's kind of violating, but very beautiful, very beautiful. So let's continue. So later on that night, her and her target saw each other. So he's out there, he's whining, he's dining her. They taking her out to nice tourist locations. You know, the good life of LA. So all of a sudden, they start talking about the past, and he told her the reason why they broke up. The reason that they broke up was because he was young and stupid, and he thought he found something else that was better than her. And you know, he settled down with her, but the outcome was it was settling for less. So, you know, that was his dirty deeds, but he apologized. My client didn't care about all that. At least she got her closure. So you know what happened. They wound up having makeup sex. My client did what the hell she did, her little techniques, whatever the fuck she do. Let's just say Wall still hooked to her to this day. So let's continue it some more. She comes back to New York. She tells me everything that's going on. How happy she is. And it's like for some reason she just keep glowing and glowing and glowing. It's like all these exes that's coming back to her, they just keep telling her the truth. So I'm outside in front of a restaurant in Dallas Frisco with my iPad, and somehow my client name just pop up. I'm like, okay, let me just think about it. So I meditate on it. I'm like, this woman is literally using this love spell as a fucking time machine. She wants to go back in the past of her ex-lovers and get closure out of it because maybe she never got closure. So this is giving her closure. So I ain't really care. So what start happening? More exes start to come back to her. And this one particular ex that she loved to owe dearly, she was engaged for about 8 years with this man. So this man, they was engaged. I'm gonna give you a little background. They was engaged. He called it off because he found something better and younger. So, you know, that kind of hurted her. So he came back in the past, called her, Facebooked her, talked about how much he loved her and he missed her. But the crazy part about it, my client decided to go down there. He lives in North Carolina, so she goes down North Carolina, buy herself a little cabin. He goes down there, reconciliation, you already know what it is. He told her why they broke up, what was the psychological reason why he broke up with her and everything. She didn't care. Wound up having sex with him again. With this guy. So she just kept on having sex with her targets, and I told her not to. All of a sudden, that guy started getting hooked to her. So all of a sudden, the man is so hooked to her, so crazy, that this man is willing to sign divorce papers just to be with my client. So I'm like, yo, so what you gonna do? She said, I don't know, Melvin, I don't know. I said, all right, just sit back and think about it. So for about 2 weeks, she was thinking about it. And she called me. She said, Melvin, you know I love you. I said, yeah, I love you too. Melvin, I don't want to be with these guys no more. I said, what made you not want to be with these guys? Melvin, I just needed closure. When I got the closure, it was like all this weight just drop off me. I said, well, listen, are you satisfied? And she said, Melvin, I'm very satisfied because I really needed that closure more than anything. So I said, you know what? We're going to stop the work. I want you to find true love and true happiness. And if you ever need anything, I'm always here for you. She said, Melvin, I ain't going nowhere. I just don't want to do love work. I said, all right, fuck it. So to this day, we good homies, and that's my client. So this is Melvin Brown. This is the Melvin Brown Experience. I hope y'all enjoy the story. Hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe. email me. I'm out.